Daffodils of class 7. I am very, very happy, delighted to meet you all through this video. And this is going to be your first lesson in English, which is titled as Idga. Idga, okay? And this particular lesson is written by Munshi Premchand and was translated by Uma Raman. So we give due credit to the author and the translator. And this particular lesson comes under the one of the festivals of India. What are festivals? You must have heard a lot about the festivals, national festivals, local festivals, religious festivals and harvest festivals likewise. During the time of a festival, we begin to be very happy. We feel that it's a great joy and fun to celebrate a festival. As such, here we have the Eid, festival of Eid. On the morning of the Eid, the trees look so green and beautiful, and the sky in pink, all in pink color, and the sun dazzling with the brightness, and the whole village look very excited, and all the people, the elderly people, the children, and everyone will be very eager to see the day. So this is how this Eid day begins. And if you see the villages outside, the roads get crowded with a lot of people, and everything looks so wonderful, and people gap their mouth and look at stare at all the beautifully arranged places, especially the dargahs where the people go for prayer, and men and women, they go for prayer there, and men embrace each other, and the people give away a lot of sweets, and they share their joy and happiness by giving and sharing. And this is how the day went on. Now on this particular Eid day, there were so many boys. We are narrated of many boys, but of them there was a Muhammad, a Mohsin, a Noor, and a Hamid. All these four were, of course, friends. And as they went on celebrating this Eid, they had to go to the dargah, and they found on the road nearby, they could see a lot of stalls. Selling sweets, and so many games being played, and so many of the toys were sold there. And each of the boys had so much of money in their hands. They were buying and eating so many of the sweets, and they were buying after eating and smacking their mouths. They went on to buy some toys to play, and some of the boys like Mohsin, they sat on the camel or the horse, and they were enjoying the time. And here was a little boy called Hamid. He also had a little bit of money. He had only 3 paisas. The author narrates, maybe this is a kind of old story. So the author narrates that he had only 3 paisas in his hand. So with it, he just looked at all the sweets, but he didn't buy any. And he looked at the toys, they were alluring, he did not buy any. And then he went on to play with he could not, he was feeling little bit sad, and he was feeling that he didn't have enough money and all. So that particular Eid did not give him so much of joy, and he could not enjoy so much. And as they were going on likewise, these boys, all the boys, particularly this Hamid he noticed a hardware store which was nearby. And nearby the hardware store, there were so many jewelry shops also. And Hamid looked at the hardware store, and he found one thing very amusing, He found a tongue. You know what is a tongue? Tongue, a pair of tongue means, it's like we call in Tamil idiki, when your mummy fries appalam. She will hold the appalam with a kind of machine, a tool, to hold the hot things. In the kitchen they use it to pick up something very hot. When we put it in the oil and take it out, that's called a tongue. He saw that. It was amusing for him because He had in his house, no parents, we are not told about his parents, but we are talked about his grandmother. And that particular grandmother, Amina, her name was Amina. She was making chapati for this boy and for him every time. Whenever she cooked chapati for both of them, she used to burn her hand. She used to burn her fingers. So she felt that Hamid felt that she needed one of these tongues. So that will help her not to burn her hands, that will keep her hands so good. So he thought of it and immediately went to that shopkeeper, a hardware store man. He asked him what was the price of it. And he said that it was 5 rupees. He could give it for 5 pies. And Hamid thought he had only 3 rupees, 3 pies. So he thought in his mind, let me bargain a little bit. And won't the price come down? He asked to the hardware shop owner. The hardware shop owner said, yeah, I can come down to 4 pies. And this Hamid thought for a while and he just said, no, I can give you 3 paisas. And he walked a bit far because he didn't want to hear the shoutings of the hardware shop owner. So, but as he went away, a little bit walked away, the shopkeeper, he called him back and said, okay, all right, I give you for 3 paisa, you take these tongues and go. So he took it in his hand and the boys were feeling, why, what's the use of this one? Why did you buy this one now? All these questions they were asking. But he was quite happy in his mind that he got a thing which is useful for others. And after this, he came home and he showed this particular thing, the tongue, to his granny, Amina. On seeing, she chided him, she scolded him. Why, child, you could have bought something and eaten, or you could have played some games over there, you could have bought a toy and played with it. And why did you spend on this? And then Hamid replied to her, see, my happiness is in one side. But any time and every time I see your hands being burnt, I feel so sad. I feel pity for you. I feel that you are always burning your hands and you are under pain. So I want to remove your pain. I want to see that you are in joy and happiness. And while she heard this, this narration from Hamid, her grandson, she was moved very deeply by his selflessness. And she exclaimed and said, for a wretched, wretched means unhappy woman. For a wretched, this particular pair of tongues is as precious as sacks of silver. Sacks of silver, so much worth. It's a big treasure for such a woman like this. She valued that selfless act of Hamid more than any other thing in her life. So she felt that this boy is really amazing, really wonderful boy. Really, she grew him so nicely. He has gratitude, he has love for others, he has kept that selfishness away from he being important. He felt that others should be important. And we learned from this lesson to be very, very selfless. We learned that we should always think of others first before we could think of ourselves. I hope and pray that 7th kids, 7th daffodils, will learn this lesson from this story and love your parents, particularly love your parents. Share all the things that you have with your siblings, your brothers or your sisters, and make your life wonderful, happy and amazing. So God bless you. And all the exercises of your class also, I found that very, very easy. The question answers, true or false, fill in the blanks, and all else is very easy. And the grammar I am covering already, generally for 6th standard to 12th standard, under which whenever I put the new video for grammar, you children also watch it. That is a part of your grammar. So along with it, you can cover up English. And I will be back with you all with the poem and the non-detailed in a short while. And until then, we meet you all again. Bye from me.